Now, theatre brings to life the also familiar issues that we face on a daily basis in a rather interesting way. It has a way of putting to words our greatest fears and options as well as solutions, from politics to love and anything that supports nation building. In Ghana, however, lack of funding, inefficient management of the theatre and the inability to sustain its activities have had a detrimental effect on the relevant talent in theatre, so to speak. But there is one man who seemed to have found a way around the situation and helped revive theatre. He is CEO of Riverman Productions, Uncle Ebo Whyte. He has several plays to his credit and more. And he joins me now in the studio for a very interesting conversation. Uncle Ebo, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
I've noticed your white beard.
The innovation.
Is it?
It's an innovation.
That's the latest?
Well, my daughters wanted it.
Really?
So I'm keeping it for them. Because
I like it though.
Well, I'm happy you do.
Yeah, it's quite attractive.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, well, let's talk about the theatre. We've just spoken about what it does. It lightens up our society, puts words to some of the things that sometimes we're unable to say explicitly and all of that. But there are several challenges. If we can maybe highlight some of the challenges that you face and how you're dealing with it, then we can move on and talk about your plays.
All right, thank you very much. From my perspective, my biggest challenge has been the lack of acceptance by the people, by the public.
Okay.
It looks like in Ghana, we heard of beauty pageants, we heard of musical shows, we never heard of theatre. So getting people to even believe that it is worth their time, it's a big issue. And every quarter, we have people who come and say, you know, I've always heard about your place, I've never come. This person has been forcing me all this time. Today I decided to come to put him to shame.
And I'm happy I came.
And I'm happy I came. He said, it would have pained me if I hadn't come. So that for me is the first one. The public understanding that this is serious thing, theatre. The other thing that I find a challenge, and it's related to this, is what I call our inferiority complex. I have people who know me, who have never come to my shows. But they will tell me proudly that, Uncle, about me, when I travel, I watch a show before I come to Ghana.
But they won't come to your show because it's Ghana.
It's Ghana. They'll tell me. One of them told me, I don't watch shows in Ghana.
I guess it's the mentality, the psyche, the social
it's
psyche.
It's a complex. It's an inferiority complex. Why don't you believe in your own? You know, so that is the second one. And then the various gatekeepers also struggle to, like when you're chasing sponsorship, they struggle to see the relevance of it. But beyond all that, we have enjoyed our relationship with the multimedia family has helped us a great deal, and I'm grateful to that. And also the long period of serving apprenticeship and paying my dues. Don't forget that I wrote and produced my first play in 1975. I
heard that's in a church.
You heard that?
You wouldn't be aware that I was there at the Ebenezer Methodist Church some time ago.
That's right.
Somewhere last 2-3 months ago.
Yes, 1975. So over the period, I think there are a few people who have come to recognize that he has something to offer. Let's give him the support.
So, but you've managed to survive all this while. If you were to, but we've seen recently a lot of people also getting into theatre. A lot of people who weren't. We've seen people from University of Ghana coming in to do. When you see people doing theatre, stuff about theatre, how does it feel?
I am excited. What I do is I support as many of them as I can. So for every theatre show in Ghana, I buy at least 20 tickets.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
That's my way of supporting them.
Supporting them.
Those that are that have the access and could come to me, I try to see if I can visit their last rehearsal.
Okay.
And make an
Provide
input.
Some, yeah.
Yes, because you see, we are as good as the West in our industry. You take the media. You are as good as the West in the media landscape, because his messing up will make people say that, Ghana journalists.
Yeah, that's true. That's very
so that is why I go out of my way to support as much as I can.
Do they reach out to you sometimes, or do you feel like sometimes it's some of them feel like they'd rather rival your kind of production than reach out to you for help or direction or anything like that?
That has never really been my my concern at all.
Okay.
So I haven't even looked out for it. And I'll tell you why. Because I believe that there is room for more Ebo Whytes. I say that if I left the scene, if I went the way of Kaba, and theater does not even do better than when I'm here, then my life in the theater has been wasted. I must be able to reproduce myself many times over.
Right, right.
So that without me, it will take off, everybody will be out there.
But yet you will be a point of reference at some point.
Right now, I have already become.
Yes, certainly.
For good or for ill, I have become.
I'll say it for good.
Yeah, okay. I've become a reference point. So,
right.
So with that, no, I am always excited when they come. My only prayer is that let's make it good. Don't cut corners. Don't cheat your patrons. Treat them with respect. Start on time.
Close on time.
Start on time. Give them value for the ticket they have bought.
Right. Let's talk about your latest play. Nicholas!
Yeah.
I said, well, you should pay me for this. Because I hosted one of your actors,
yes.
Andrew.
Andrew.
Yes. And he said you want a name to be, the title of the new play to be mentioned that way. So,
yeah. Because it has an exclamation mark at the end.
Right.
Nicholas. No, for your payment, I'll give you a ticket for you and for him.
It's no him, but it's fine. I'll take it. I'll find a him for that.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so please don't send me messages on Facebook that you want the ticket. Please. Please don't. Actually,
all right, so she's already decided who she's going to give that ticket to.
No, I have not decided because there's no him. There's no him. I'm still, maybe one of your sons, Uncle Ebo, you never know. Maybe
I hear you.
Actually, well, so Nicholas, we understand, is based on the life of Archbishop Duncan Williams.
Yes, it is.
Why did you choose him?
I think it was he and his wife who chose me.
Okay.
For his 60th birthday, they wanted something out of the ordinary. They also felt that his life story has enough in there that would be a blessing to people. And they wanted someone who can tell the story.
Wow.
And so they approached me. I gave them only one condition, that I will not give them editorial control. In other words, I wouldn't let them tell me.
But that's your story.
It doesn't matter, but that is my name on the story.
Okay.
It is your story when somebody is not telling it, it's yours.
Okay.
But if I'm telling it, it is my story now.
Story. I see.
My name is on
okay.
it. My integrity is at stake, and I will not sacrifice that. And it is only when we had agreement on that that I went ahead. So the first time he saw the play was on Wednesday at the premiere.
How did he feel about it?
He was moved. He was very moved, and he said so. He was very moved. It was strange for him sitting back and watching his life in that
play
light.
Out to him like that.
And as he said when he took the mic, some of them he was wondering whether we were there when it was happening. Because he said
it was very representative of what happened.
He said it was so real
that
he was wondering, were these people there when I was going through this, that they could capture it that well. So he was very appreciative of it, and he made the cast look good because he told them over and over that it compares with some of the shows he had watched outside, which included Lion King and things like that. So that was very satisfying.
What's the summary of his story?
There's a guy who shouldn't have been born because when the mother was pregnant with him, the doctor performed a D&C, somehow escaped him. Apparently, they were twins.
Okay.
So we enact that on stage. The whole D&C, one twin evading the doctor. So that is one. Two, there's a man who has no formal education. If you look at his story, he didn't have 1 year of formal education. Not that he didn't have secondary school. He didn't have 1 year of formal education.
Okay, okay.
For him to rise from that and become the father of the charismatic movement in Ghana. And it is a movement that has revitalized all churches in Ghana. The fact that if you go to church now, if you go to Presbyterian, Methodist, and Anglican and things like that, and they play drums and they dance, that's the charismatic influence. If they do praise and worship, that's a charismatic. Because for us in the Orthodox, hymns. Yeah.
Yes.
Hymns. But to have praise and worship, that's the charisma. So that's the influence. To have preachers who preach without notes and can flow and can bring the thing to life for you, that is charismatic influence. So that's it. At 20, he founded the church, Action. At 20. I look back at my life and ask myself, at 20, there's no way I could have founded a church.
Actually, well, I want to go into at 20, the Jimmy that you had Jimmy at 20.
Well,
and the kind of things
make it another program. I'll come and talk Ebo Whyte at 20.
That would be
No, you wouldn't have liked it. No way Jimmy Dodo. No way Jimmy Crowder.
I think you put that in the play, inspired by my interview.
All right, I hear you.
Okay, so he founded a church at 20.
Yes.
And then, so that we get to the end of the story.
Well, no, so that's the bit, and then he had the crisis of his divorce. Which is a no among Christian leaders. Forget a Christian archbishop, you know, and the fallout of all that and the reactions of all that. So that is where we see him at that point and how he comes out of that to move forward instead of allowing it to knock him down. But it's a human, forget about the fact that it's Archbishop Duncan Williams, forget about the fact that it's about a religious person. It is a story of how the human spirit can triumph over odds, over difficulties, and still rise. So that we should stop giving excuses to, oh, you know my background, as for me, life hasn't treated me well, I am not fortunate, I'm not lucky, I don't have the background of some other people. This man had no background. The first time he met his father was when he was 15 in court. When his mother had sent him to court, the juvenile court to send him to the Bossa Institute. That's when the judge said, I know your father. How can a man of that such a son come and stand here? So he summoned the man to court and asked, Honorable Duncan Williams, tell me why your son is standing before me. And that was the first time
he saw his father. Interesting. All of this is in the play?
All of this enacted in the play. Together with Stowaway, so you see Stowaway on stage. You see ship moving. You see storm at sea, and things. We didn't pull stops on this production.
Wow, you went all out.
We went all out.
Full length. Interesting. Yeah. I haven't seen it. I just saw Archbishop speaking at some point.
Okay.
I think at the premiere he said, but
no, but you're watching it. You're watching it with him, so that's not a problem.
I was watching it with him.
I said you are going to watch the play with him.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about where, how, when we're going to be watching.
National Theatre this weekend. That's tomorrow and Sunday.
Okay.
First show is 4 p.m. and second show 8 p.m. each on either day. And then the weekend after that, that's 2nd and 3rd of December. My 4 is 4 on the 12th. My 8 is 8 on the 12th. So don't leave home at 4. If you entered the theater 5 minutes past the time I've advertised, you are 5 minutes late. You would have missed 5 minutes.
You have 5 minutes of the show.
So
don't miss it. So it's, you know, if you followed Uncle Ebo's shows, it's usually between 4, you know, and then the 8 p.m. that will be for the second one. So it's on Saturday and Sunday. This Saturday and Sunday, and then next Saturday and Sunday as well. That's correct.
That's right. That's okay. Correct.
So apparently today is Black Friday. Are you giving out any discounted tickets?
No. I know Multimedia has done black. I am not.
No, Black Friday. Okay, hold on. So Black Friday is the US, the Western Black Friday, where they give tickets out on discount.
Yes, and they discount all, then shops markdown and all that.
Yeah, so it has, that's not about our
no, I was just remarking. I was telling my story. I didn't link it with the US.
Okay, sorry. okay.
No, we don't have Black Friday here because in Ghana, every day is Friday.
Is it?
Which Ghanaian goes to buy anything and that's one say, oh, Tesumami.
But in those shops, they don't do Tesumami. When you come, it's a fixed price.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that in Ghana, everywhere we go is Black. Taxi driver cry a Black Friday. You know, because
so you're not giving
as soon as you said I'm going to Achimota, how much would you charge me?
5 cedis.
20. Oh no, I'm 15. Black Friday. We take it everywhere.
So actually, it's obvious that you're not giving out any free, any discounted tickets, are you?
Actually, the thing is that for every one of our shows, we have a period when we sell the early bird show that goes for as much as sometimes 30% discount.
Okay.
And that we have already done.
Okay.
So we anticipated Black Friday a long time ago. That's what I'm saying. Ghana. You know,
every day is a Black Friday for
every
us.
day is a Black Friday.
But it's certainly worth the amount.
It's just like we celebrating Father's Day. I feel every day I feel a father. I don't need a day to celebrate it.
To celebrate it. Well, it's still worth how much and how much time, you know, whatever it is that you put in. Uncle, but how much is the tickets though?
80
cedis.
Yes.
For
one.
For a single person.
Yes.
And if it's a couple?
Multiply by 2.
Okay, so it's the same.
It's the same.
Okay, so it's 80 cedis, 80 cedis, and you get to watch with the person, Archbishop Duncan Williams, the story of his life put together by Uncle Ebo. It sounds extremely fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
And she's coming with somebody, so if you want to know the he in her life, just join her. She'll come on Saturday evening at 8.
So Saturday 4 p.m. and then 8 p.m. be at the National Theatre and watch Nicholas. Uncle Ebo Whyte will be there, and of course Archbishop Duncan Williams will be there. Uncle Ebo, it's unfortunate I can't have enough time, but we will make that another time.
All
that
right.
is if we pull you and you come.
Oh, I'll come. Remember Ebo Whyte at 20?
Ebo Whyte at 20.
Yes, we'll talk about that one.
Ebo Whyte at 20. Please, it's a promise Uncle Ebo is making you here on the show. So if he doesn't come, okay, we know what to do. Uncle Ebo, let me take your final words. I heard you, the last time I heard you talk about your life in the church I was mentioning, you said that it felt everything else we were doing wasn't going well until you looked at
everything was a preparation for this one.
Yes, until you responded to what you described as sort of a calling, an assignment of God.
Yes.
Give us your final words and something that will inspire young people, something that will inspire people in the industry or people wherever.
Don't rush. Don't rush. It is seldom anything that has depth does not blossom immediately. And don't copy anybody else. Don't expect your life to be like anybody else. You know, you may have planted palm fruit. Your friends may have planted corn. Corn, you reap every 4 months. Palm fruits, it will take you about 4 to 5 years to reap. But when you reap once, you will cancel all the income they made for the 4 years. So take your time and move at your own pace. And God will definitely bless you. I believe God has a blessing for every one of us. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of staying focused, and it will come. Okay.
So I am tapping into that blessing that he has already received. Me, I'm collecting my own here. You also have to...
That's in addition to the tickets. So
certainly. So you also have to come on Saturday. You have to come on Saturday and be a part of that blessing. Uncle Ebo, thank you so much for coming.
Oh, welcome.
We really appreciate it.
And thank you to Emmanuel. Emmanuel woke me from bed today.
He did, Emmanuel Ante. You did. Okay.
And virtually made it impossible for me to go back to sleep until I have said yes, I'll come. So Emma, my back.
And Uncle Ebo at 20 or say Uncle Ebo at 20. Now we're Jimmy Pa. We're going to be talking about this. Uncle Ebo, it's been fun having you around.
Oh, thanks for having me.
We hope to catch you again very soon, so we can look at the sort of Jimmy at 20. But today is Black Friday in the United States. Well, that's a concept being replicated here in Ghana as some major retailers offer generous discount. Black Friday is celebrated on the 4th Friday of every November. And as many retail merchants look to expand their brands and sales here in Ghana, they are offering discounts a day after the Thanksgiving Day in the USA. Here in Ghana, some shopping malls, including the Achimota Retail Center, are following suit. John Fafali reports from there.
Black Friday now is an internationally recognized discount day and is the biggest discount on the retail calendar. So Ghana has also adopted the fact that we need to reward our loyal customers who come in. So we've also adopted the fact that we share discounts and everything with our loyal shoppers. Yeah, shoppers keep shopping every day. What do they get in return? It's not all about taking their money and putting it in your pocket. It's something about also giving something back to the community. That is why we organize these big sales so that they can also feel part of the family.
That was the marketing manager of the Achimota Retail Center, Anthony Asamoah, explaining the rationale behind the initiative. But exactly how do consumers stand to benefit? I spoke with the managers of some retail shops.
I think it's going to be very exciting, and we're really looking forward to it. We actually did start around 13th, and we're running it through to 26th of November. So I think it's going to be exciting, and I think this year the awareness has been created earlier. So definitely we're expecting a huge footfall in the mall.
For MV, when you come here, you are going to get some items on discounts, and when you buy on selected items, when you buy 2, you are going to get 1 for free.
Palace, when you come here, we have divided the shop into sections, and then every section that you go, we have a percentage that we give at that section. For example, when you go to the food section, we give up to 10% discount on anything that you buy from the food section. And also when you go to the textiles, the picture frames and those sections, we also have some discount, up to 30% discount that we also give to customers. So there are so many promotions going on.
Concerning our Black Friday, we do a promotion on 20% off on everything we have, and also always we have the 50% section in all our stores. But now from 23 till 26 November.
But how big a deal is this? Mr. Asamoah explains.
A majority of the tenants are going to be part of this discount period because, as you know, we are approaching the festive season. And it's a very good idea for all the tenants to participate. Currently, we have more than 60% of the tenants even running a discount prior to this time. So, and on the Black Friday, we're going to have massive discounts. Massive discounts, ranging from 5% to 50% discount. It's going to take place up to the festive season because already we are in the festive season. So the tenants are really excited. They are looking forward to more shopping, more discounts, and more events. So it's going to run through to December and the New Year as well.
Consumers excited about this have also been sharing their plans for the day.
Actually, I'm here for weight losing. So that day, my expectation is for them to train me and I'll get the result that I want. I really want to spend the whole day here, even if I will sleep here.
I try to save enough for Black Friday because you get a lot of good products, very discounted, so well. So let's say we're able to save some money, but still carry home a couple of things. Yeah, so I can't wait for Black Friday. And I would entreat everybody to, make it a point to be here.
So with all the things you are seeing here, does that mean you're going to reserve whatever you want to buy today for Black Friday?
Yes, if it is not a need and it's a want, I think I would reserve it for Friday because I know that I can bring in small money but I'll be able to carry home so much things.
I feel very excited and very joyed that such a day is coming because it's getting to Christmas and we need some things. So when it gets to Christmas, the things are going to be very expensive. So on Black Friday, it will be cheap so we can all buy and get ready for Christmas. We've been waiting to buy things for a while because they're expensive. We've been coming here not really, but on Black Friday, we like to come and buy a lot of things because the prices have to go down.
I'm working, so maybe I'll get a half day to come around and see what the shopping center got to offer. So for sure, because there will be a discount. So I've a few things which the Black Friday I'll be coming to do the shopping. So hopefully I'll get a bargain.
And how about the retail shops? What expectations too?
Last year, we had about 40% increment in our turnover figures for that day. So, and this year, because the awareness has been created earlier, I think we're going to expect something like 80% more than what we did last year. So we are very optimistic. We are positive that definitely we're going to make some huge cash flows. Yeah.
The discount is also an opportunity for the shop owner to gain something because get more customer, and we also get a good experience with our customer, make them feel happy, and also let them really enjoy the great job that we do for them. We can't just overcharge and not actually consider some discount to make our customer happy. I think this is also
You're watching The Pulse with me, Gifty and Up here. Let's take a very quick break. We'll be back in about 2 minutes.